Hello and welcome to another session of Groundbreakers Live. I'm your host Javed Mohammed here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm very honored to have with us Ender Polanco, who is an Oracle Apex consultant. Ender, welcome.
Hi, Javed. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for being here. So let's get started. How did you become involved with Apex?
Well, I met Apex back in 2010. I was working as a DBA, and then I started working as an Oracle developer, forms and report developer.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, someone introduced to me Apex, and I realized I can do some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As I have some experience on web development, so I make that relations. So something I could do with another language as PHP or Java for web development, working with an Oracle database, I could do it really, really faster with Apex and taking advantage of the PLSQL power and working with packages and store procedures. So it was like shocking for me at the first time. Was like it was too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talk some people about Apex, that's how they took it.
Okay.
With the time, they started using it, and they just love it.
Great. I love that title. So too good to be true.
Yeah.
So you probably developed many applications with it since 2010. I'm just kind of curious, is there any one that you feel really proud of?
Yeah, a couple of applications to extend e-business suite. Two clients wanted to let their suppliers to upload their invoices. Here in Mexico, the invoices are in an XML file with a PDF file. Mm-hmm. So they wanted to allow the suppliers to upload hundreds of invoices at the same time, mm-hmm. or tens of invoices at the same time, those invoices to be processed and loaded to the AP interface table. Mm-hmm. And we could do this with Apex, and the process speed was really, really fast. Last week, we had another project really similar. Our client got stuck like for a year and a half trying to do this very same process. And then we came with the Apex solution, and we did it in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then the third week, we were already in production. So they're really, really happy with the results. And now we have like 36 months planned for projects in Apex.
Excellent. So for someone who's just learning Apex or wants to become familiar with it, are there any best practices you could suggest? I mean, again, there's probably so many, but are there any things you'd say, you know what, this is something is very important?
Yeah, I think it's really important. Despite we have the ability, the opportunity to keep some PLSQL code on the page, inside each page. I'd rather, and I took as a best practice to take as much code as I can to the database to pre-compiled packages and store procedures, so the page became really faster. You know, try to have really long code blocks on your page, PSQL blocks on your page, because it's not that slow, but sometimes it's better to have that on the database so you can reuse it too. You can call the same store procedure or the same function from different pages.
Okay. And I think you kind of touched upon this one, but and again, just as there are good things to follow, is there anything to avoid when you're developing with Apex?
I try to avoid and mess with some restricted things, restricted words. Try not to keep the development area available on production. Some people do that. I try to block the development area on those environments because it's pretty and security issue.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's very as useful, but it could become a security issue.
Okay. All right. Um, Last question, and actually we were talking off camera. You're originally from Venezuela, but now you live in Monterrey, Mexico. So if
Yeah.
someone were to be visiting Monterrey, Mexico, what's like, and I'm sure there's many foods to try, there's probably many places to visit, but if there's one thing you would recommend someone visiting that part of the world, what would it be?
Oh well, here we have a lot of, we eat a lot of beef, barbecue. We call it here carne asada.
Uh-huh,
You have to try it. Yeah, it's very, very good.
uh-huh.
And pretty close to here, there's a small town called Santiago, and
Santiago?
there's really good food there.
Okay.
It's beautiful. You should know it. You should visit it.
All right then. I think you got my my saliva going here and the taste buds going. So I think I'm gonna have to put it on my bucket list.
I'll be happy to receive you here.
Okay. All right then. Okay, Ender. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and all the best.
Okay, thank you for having me here. Bye.
Bye.